This is United Kingdom Talk with Chris Reardon.
At the beginning of another week. Good morning, boys and girls. Morning. I'm here. Hello. I'm here. Did you get a little glitch? Did you get a little glitch in the music then? You might have got a little glitch in the music. I was doing something else on the broadcast computer. Not really supposed to do anything else other than broadcast on the broadcast computer. So sorry about that, gang. You might have heard the music go a little bit funny twice. Only twice, mind. Only twice. Good morning. It's Monday the 19th of October 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you live from Bracknell in Royal Berkshire. Morning to Ray Reynolds. It is indeed. You recognise my little openings. You know what I'm doing. We're a little bit lacking in colour today, aren't we? Dear me, do you want a little bit more colour? I just don't seem to be able to get this right at the moment, the colour in here for some reason. Look, we're almost in black and white. Saturation, that's it. There we go. Let's just turn it up a little bit there. Oh, dear. Oh, that's a bit too... There you go. Sorry about that, darlings. We were almost a black and white programme then, weren't we? Did you notice that? Morning to you. Hope you're well on this Monday morning. Here we are, tearing towards Halloween, as you well know. Over halfway through October now. Oh, it just gets faster and faster and faster. Anyone been for pizza recently? There's the most awful story. I mean, can you just... Actually, I can imagine this. Because as always, with every single story that I get in the news, I've always got a story to match up to it of my own experiences. Yes. Horrified girl. This is in the Daily Star this morning. A girl was sickened. A girl was sickened after finding a dozen maggots wriggling between the ham and pizza in her mini pizza halfway through eating the popular snack at Baker's Delight in Australia. Does this happen much in Australia, Michael Palmer? Do you find you get maggots in things? Evil things, aren't they? Now, maggots, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't they fly eggs? So at some point, flies have landed on this thing and laid eggs. I don't like eggs. Oh. My mum used to say that. If there was sugar on the floor or something might have dropped something on the floor, she's straight out with a hoover. Very clean, my mother. She was always cleaning that hoover every single morning. Hoover I used to hear it going up and down the stairs. Every day she hoovered, right? And if she dropped something on the floor, she said, I've got to sweep that up quickly, otherwise you'll get eggs, from ants and things like that. This little girl's mum shared a video of the gruesome find after buying her the popular snack at Baker's Delight in Australia. The photo showed at least 12 maggots hiding between the ham and pizza bread last Thursday. Oh, no. Her mother bought the barbecue pizza roll bought at the Neutral Bay branch in Sydney, told 7 News, "This is 7 News Australia." The food was moving. It was just vile. Moving food. I'm not one that's into moving food. There's lots of YouTube videos, actually, of people... there's a particular girl, I think she's in Vietnam. Oh, my God, she just eats everything that moves. Oh, she eats everything that moves. And I'm sorry, there's just something about someone who's tearing apart a live animal and eating it. Even those wiggly wormy maggot things that they have on I'm a jungle, that jungle thing they have on the telly, where they eat all those other things. How can you put a live wriggling maggot in your mouth? Her mother bought the barbecue, told to 7 News it was vile. There was a party going on in there. There's a party going on right here. Let's celebrate throughout the year. And then the good times and the bad times too. We're going to have a party, celebrate it for you. Come on and celebration. She added, my daughter had asked me to buy her the barbecue pizza. When she came home from school, she immediately started eating it. She was talking away to me and looked down and screamed. Then she said, oh my God, I'm going to be sick. When I asked her what was wrong, she said, my food is moving. I couldn't believe it when I saw the worms. It was just disgusting. Oh, dear me, no. It says Baker's Delight is popular with kids and parents. I don't know that particular shop in Australia. Food place. This is a public health safety concern and one that I feel should be said publicly to raise awareness. Oh, don't do that. You won't get any money, girl. Put it on YouTube. Get loads of money for something like that. It's only sad old gits who sit in the room on their own talking for an hour that don't get any money from YouTube, really. Never mind. It's odd videos that get the views, honestly. A spokesman for the bakery train says the Baker's Delight support office has been in regular contact with the customer with this matter and was reported 24 hours ago, and a thorough investigation is already underway. Oh, I wouldn't like that, would you? Maggot, perhaps that could be a new type of thing. Pizza, maggot pizzas. Yes, you know what some people like? They like eating. Do you know there are actually people in the world that like eating animals? There are. You can't convince them otherwise. They make it up in their sad little heads. Dreadful, isn't it? They eat things like pigs, cows, and cute little chickens. There are, I know. I'm so glad that none of them on this channel. I won't have them. They'll be blocked immediately if I find out that. Dreadful. See, it reminds me, there was a few weeks ago, about 6-7 weeks ago now, I was doing my wombling, boys and girls, up at the Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire, where we have another very, very large studio complex, as you well know. And I was walking from my caravan all the way along to Tattersall Bridge, which is about 2 to 2.5 miles, somewhere between that. And one of the items I saw, discarded from some disgusting person straight out of their car window, was a carrier bag. It looked quite innocent to me. I thought it was just a carrier bag. You find tins, little cigarette packets and that. Once you've done the route a couple of times and cleared it, it's reasonably easy to keep on top of the situation. You just go up there a couple of times a week, right? And there was what I thought was a bag. It was a cooperative bag. Co-op bag. Anyway, so I picked it up and I thought, oh, there's something in here. And I looked inside and it was one of those pizzas. I kid you not. There was a pizza in there and it was alive with maggots. Well, the pizza wasn't alive, the maggots were. Though they was suspect they were. Eating a nice pizza like that. Oh. Anyway, it was right at the bottom of the... Oddly enough, the maggots weren't up the bag, if you see. They were right down the bottom of the bag with the pizza. So I was able to tie the top of the bag and take it with me for correct disposal in a bin. Although along that river, there's no bins. There's one bin right at the very end next to Tattersall Bridge. And it's a poo bin, a dog poo bin. But that's the only bin there is. There's nowhere else to put it. How stupid is that, not having any bins anywhere? Mad, isn't it? Not that it makes much difference around here in Bracknell, dear. Like we have bins. There's a bit on the corner there, right? Okay, I was doing some wombling yesterday. I did quite a lot of wombling yesterday, actually. Quite a lot of wombling yesterday. And I thought I'd put something in the bin. I got to the bin, and around the bin are tin cans on the floor. You know, can't even... I mean, you're that close to it. How can you miss it? Stupid people. Stupid people. The world is full of them, I'm afraid, my darlings. The world is full of them. Right, let's say hello to some of you on the live stream chat box this morning. And if you are a silent viewer, someone who sits there quietly on the side, occasionally sends a text, or maybe not at all, you're very welcome as well. So welcome along to our silent viewers. Anyone who's new to the show, it's just some old git that sits here Monday to Saturday, 8:45, talking crap. Okay, and if you're there and you're new today, a very warm welcome of you. Warm welcome to you. There is a chat box if you want to join in there. I drop in and out of it now and again, okay? But I don't base the whole show on the chat box. So you're very welcome to join in if you want to. Hello to Jason Hughes, DSLDG2. Morning to... There's Michael Pullman. Have you had one of those pizzas from the Baker's Delight, Michael? I think you should immediately, because it's time there now in Australia. They're all eating pizzas now. Pizzas and burgers and all sorts of dead animals they're eating in Australia. Dreadful. I'm surprised there's even a single kangaroo hopping around. Doing, doing, doing. Tie me kangaroo down. Oh, it's inappropriate, isn't it? Tie me kangaroo down. Sport. Tie me kangaroo down. And they got that thing, haven't they? Ooh, 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 that wobbly metal thing. Tie me kangaroo down. Sport. Tie me kangaroo down. Ooh. Blah, blah. Morning, Michael. Morning to Daniel Holmes. Sherry DMP is in the house with her little channel there. Good morning, lovely Sherry. Morning, Sherry, my love. Sherry, my love. Morning, Sherry. Andy V, good morning. Gary, 2 tickets. Ross is in the house. He'll try and get another couple of tickets today, won't he? I'm sure he will. Shania Steele is there. Good morning, Shania. Daddy and Shania are back on the weekday bingo. Yes, they're back on the weekday. Have you got a week off, Shania? You take it easy, my love. You work too hard. I'm concerned about you. I am, darling. Shania, one of the nice people on this channel, boys and girls. Are you a nice person? Are you a nice person or are you a disruptor? Which one are you, my love? Shania is a nice person. She is not a disruptor. We have disruptors on this channel, I know. Gary says Yvonne's been on the phone to the doctors this morning. Has she really? Blimey. What time did she get on there? About 8? She's only been on there an hour. Well, no one else will be able to get through if Yvonne's on the phone to the doctors. She's very happy with her mug. Foolishly, she made a cup of tea in it the other day. I told you, don't trust those handles. Do not trust the handles on these mugs. Tony King won a mug last night. That'll be going in a post a little bit later on. If you were with us for the bingo last night, those of you that won smaller items, the pack of cards, a fridge magnet, and a pen, they are already in the post. Reliable. That's what I am. Reliable. I may not be the best at the job. You know, when I watch the BBC and things like that, I look at that and I think, actually, I'm better than them. I do think that, actually. I do. I may not be the best at the job, but I am reliable. If I say I'm going to do something, I will do it. Absolutely. And the prizes were in the post within half an hour of people ringing them. Dedication, ooh, dedication, ooh, dedication. That's what I need. See? Dedicated. Dedicated to this. Dedicated. Morning to the delightful Denise Andrews, who was very busy with the quacking last night. Quack, 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 quack. She's very busy with the quacking. Good morning, Denise, head of Ducks and Quacks on this channel. Exclusively. Good morning to nephew Gary Butler. No doubt he's either done or is about to... No, he must have done the school run by now. Morning, Gary. Nephew Gary Butler is scrap it, man. He's got his own channel. Give it a watch, boys and girls. Don't forget to like his videos. Very nice to do likes on people's videos. If you want to. No one's forcing you. No one's forcing you. Oh, you will like. Let me drag you kicking and screaming to the computer start thing. Don't have to if you don't want to, but it's nice. It's nice. Nice. And in fact, today, I have some pictures today from Mr. John Parrish. And also, it's Ecotech. I can't remember his name. Carl Sprintervan has sent in some pictures of his solar panels. Now, I know some of you might think, oh, why do we want to look at solar panels? I find that sort of thing very, very exciting. I could go out on a holiday. When I think about it, I could probably go out on a holiday to see solar panels. I could have a list going all around the world just to go and visit people's solar panels. Wouldn't necessarily have to be a solar panel farm, you know, where they have entire fields covered in these things. I could just go and visit someone's house. Maybe someone will send me a message today on here. Might say, oh, hello, Chris. New installation at 15 St. Lawrence's Drive, Glasgow, Scotland. And I might look at that and think, that'd be quite a nice day trip. Go and see the solar panels there. I find them fascinating. Little plates of glass and little wires and electronics in there making electricity. We haven't even had to dig anything up. How marvellous is that? No miners, nothing like that. Oh, I was thinking about that. In fact, I wanted to bring that up on today's worldwide famous show. Is there a job, right, that you really, really would not want to do? Maybe you're doing it now and you don't want to be doing it. Because there's some nasty jobs out there. And I think the top of my list... Now, I'm afraid of heights. I don't like heights. You know, when I remember people on Blue Peter years ago, it was John Noakes. He climbed to the top of Nelson's column to clean it. Right? Not only did it, and they did their filming, this is back in the 70s, did their filming, and he came back down again, and they realised the sound didn't work. And then he had to go all the way back up and do it all over again. Nelson's comment, that would terrify me. That would absolutely terrify me. It's a job I wouldn't want to do, but I would do it in preference to going down a mine. That has got to be one of the nastiest, most horrible jobs ever. Mining. And I bring that up because I've been watching this programme at the moment called The Indian Doctor, which is great on BBC iPlayer, as recommended by the delightful Maureen in London. Good morning, Maureen. As about this doctor goes into a Welsh village, 1963 it's set, and there's some sort of... They realise there's a lot of people with lung conditions, and they can't work out what it is, but it seems to be everyone who goes down the mines. Emphysema, not a nasty... just an awful thing. I knew someone, dear friend of mine, Jean Hyland, who got emphysema. She didn't get emphysema until she gave up smoking. Then it came. She said, I should never have given up smoking. But there you go. It's one of those things, you know. Emphysema is a nasty thing. You literally drown in your own fluids. Awful, awful. And on this programme, there's these miners coming out there, and they come out and they're all black, you know, where the dust has been collecting. And of course, if it's on their face, they wouldn't have had masks on. It's bad enough. Let's be honest. You know, it's bad enough having a mask on for 10 minutes to go into a shop and get your shopping these days, isn't it? You imagine having to have a mask on down in the mines. You just couldn't do it. And they're breathing in all this coal dust. Not only that, the thing might collapse underneath them. It does happen. I can't think of anything worse than being a miner. What a horrible, horrible job. But, of course, in the 1960s, 50s, 60s, 70s, a very important job because there wasn't really oil or gas to fire our power stations, was there? What a horrible job. So I think mining would be at the top of my lists of jobs I would never want to do. Have you got one? What's a job that perhaps you would never want to do? That and perhaps dentistry. I mean, the amount of people, probably a lot of the people on this channel, to be honest, a lot of the people who go and see dentists have got bad breath. I'm sure they have. Oh, it must... it's awful. Okay, can I just have a look? If you just open wide, please. I wonder if a dentist has ever done that. Taken a step back. Because the breath is so bad. I get it when I'm doing my karaoke, dear. I get it when I'm doing my karaoke. People coming up and requesting, and they take a step forward and you can smell their breath. Oh. And funnily enough, it's not always people that haven't just cleaned their teeth. You know, they just, I think they naturally have bad breath. God knows what half of these people are eating, dear. I dread to think, especially if they've been downstairs. Now, morning to Fran Green. Good morning, Fran. Fran won a pen last night, didn't you, love? I think it was a pen you won last night. Morning, Fran. There's Ray Reynolds. Morning, Ray. Scrolling there. Morning to Jeff. Good morning, young Jeff. Hello to you, sir. Morning, Jeff. Tony King's in the house. Morning, young Tony. George Bond is there. A very good morning to George Bond. Hello to you. Daniel Holmes in the house. Sometimes I repeat the names twice because I can't remember from 1 second to the next what the hell I was doing. Are we on air yet even? I don't know what I'm doing this morning. Who knows? I don't know. Who are you anyway? Morning to lovely Michael Lawrence. Morning, Michael. Hello to you, sir. Hello to John Aitken. Mandy Davenport in the house. Morning. Morning, Mandy. So you managed to get to the caravan where the good signal is, or are you home now? I can't remember now, Mandy. Mandy's been on the caravan all weekend, her and Mick. I love it. I love caravans. Love it. Love it. I'm so glad I was introduced to caravans by my nephew and his wife. Yeah, they booked me a surprise caravan once. As a gift, actually, because I'd done some stuff and they wanted to say thank you, and they got me this caravan. And I was so worried about it because I'd never been in a caravan before. I'm going back in now 3 or 4 years. That's when I first went in a caravan. And I put the phone down. I thought, oh, God, what have I let myself into now? You know, like a camp-type bed in some rusty old freezing metal box. And how wrong could you be about something? They're little houses with not much insulation, but they got central heating, so that's fine. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm so pleased. That's got to be one of the best things that's happened to me ever. Discovering what it's like to go on holiday in a static caravan. And of course, I've got one myself now. Wonderful. Let's just scroll down a little bit there. Get all those names in there. Gary can't beat a steak. All those poor little animals, Gary. I have noticed when Gary and his family go past fields looking at cows, the cows start running away. Because they know, you see. They know that you want to eat them. Dreadful. Morning to Christofer Woodhouse. Morning, DJ Chris. Hello, Shania's got 2 weeks off. Daddy's off for a while, not quite sure. You just let us know when when you go back to work, and that's fine. You can just come in and out of the bingo as you please. But if you just let us know before, it makes it so much easier. All right, my love. So welcome along, Shania. Nice to have people on the Isle of Wight back there. Good morning to Mick Davenport as well. Morning, Mick. Morning to the lovely Goth. Hello, lovely Goth. All organised. Don't you worry about. I'm always organised, Goth. I was here ready at 8:20 this morning. Oh, yes, we're way ahead. Talking of way ahead, I'm doing really well at the moment with the music quiz. As you know, we have a quiz night on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. And Tony or Colin? Which one was it now? One moment, please. Sorry, no disrespect. Colin, no, thank you, Colin. Colin suggested a load of music songs for me to play on the piano for the music round. I'm like 4 weeks ahead now. Brilliant. I haven't recorded 4 weeks. I've only got tomorrow's recorded so far. I may do next week's one today as well, ready for next week. But where is it? I have a book, just a little notebook that I write down the music, and I've now got 4 weeks worth ahead. And I like to be ahead in case something happens, you know, and you're unable to do something, then you've already got those in the can. It's just like I'm just like the BBC. Well, I am, aren't I? I've been on there regularly now, boys and girls. Regularly, I'm back on BBC Radio Lincolnshire at beginning of November with another little 20-minute show. I'm almost on the well, I am. I'm sure I'm on there more than blooming Graham Norton. Huh? That's it. I'm just like the BBC here. They record songs of praise, Christmas version in August. And here I am, 2 weeks ahead on my quiz. Everything's organised here. We don't leave anything to chance, not here. If something goes wrong, it's nothing to do with me. It's something that's happened generally. Good morning to Fun Things to Do with Tech Sparky. A very good morning to you. Park Nest is there. The late, great Roy Castle. Wonderful man. Dedication. Ooh, dedication. Ooh, dedication. That's what I need. Peter Wright is in the house. Morning, Peter. Thanks for joining us. A little bit late this morning, but never mind, Peter. You're there. He's just woken up. Shocking. What a shocking state of affairs to wake up so late like that, dear. Don't you set an alarm to watch me? I thought most people set an alarm to watch me. Perhaps you'd like the show a little bit later. Why don't you just tell me what time you'd like the show on, Peter, and we'll work around you, shall we? I've not got time to sit in bed all day long, dear. What time did you get up? 9 o'clock? Well, practically we've lost 3/4 of the day already. God's sake, how do you ever get anything done? I've got stuff to do, dear, stuff to do. I've got a long walk to make. Might even make an important phone call after the show today. I might. I'm so close to it. So, what is that? I cannot reveal that information on this programme now. You'll have to watch tomorrow as an exclusive for the information I might have for you tomorrow. There you go. That'll get you tuning in tomorrow morning, won't it? And I'll do it early on at 9:15. Ow! I can't get up. I can't get up. Tell me, Peter, you know when you wake up and you pull back the covers, does a smell come up? I imagine you're someone who's a bit smelly in bed. Would that be right or not? I mean, mine's the same. I'm the same, you know. You pull back, there's something gone off in here and you realise it's the smell coming out from under your sheets. Do you get that? Anyone? So yes, thank you very much to I've forgotten who it is again now. That's shocking. Come on, where are you? To Colin for his excellent suggestions on the music. I won't use them all, of course, but I would say at least 3/4 of them over the coming weeks. Thank you very much. Made my life a little bit easier there, because I do struggle with. I know it's stupid. I've got lists and lists of songs in. I look, no, don't want that one. Don't want that one. Don't want. And when someone tells you, perhaps it would be easier for me to have a producer. Won't be any of you lot though. I don't think so. Oh Christ! Can you just imagine it there? George Bond's Great Britain talk show. I am new. No, you're not. You're George Bond. You're George Bond. How are you new, dear? May I say an excellent little news section from your friend Lily Fallon? Yes, you never know who's watching, George. I was watching a little news broadcast from Lily Fallon on George's show yesterday. Thank you very much for that, George. Morning to Paul Adamson. Morning, Paul. Houses across from me had solar panels fitted at the weekend. I was busy watching all the fit lads installing. Perf alert. Let's have an alert. We haven't had an alert for a while, have we? One moment, please. Perf alert, boys and girls. Perf. Paul Adamson is a perv. He's looking at the lads installing solar panels on someone else's house. We have a picture of solar panels today, okay? And we have 2 pictures from John Parrish if you'd like to see them. I'm not going to be greedy today because I'm not a greedy person. I only require 23 likes. We have 13 at the moment. Another 10 and I'll show you the pictures, okay? Thank you, Paul, and very good morning to you, sir. Excuse me, let's just scroll down there. Adrian Richardson, my worst job would be cleaning or changing your bed sheets, Chris. How rude. Excuse me, I change my bed sheets every week. Once a week, or if I'm travelling between the 2 places, once every 2 weeks, because I obviously won't be sleeping them for a whole week. Thank you very much. Rude. Rude. Where else are we here? Daniel Woodhouse says, what word for miner's lung disease? It's... Oh, blimey, that's a long word. I don't think I can read that. I'm not even going to try. Morning to the dark side. Morning to you. Having clean teeth doesn't mean you have bad breath. Having clean teeth doesn't mean you have bad breath. Oh, some people do. I'm sure they do. They clean their teeth, but they still got bad breath. It's not a pleasant experience, is it really? I'm just going to go down to I'm trying to get all the names in here, my loves. There's Maureen. Good morning, Maureen. Texting in this morning. Built in Scotland. Ba 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 ba. I haven't got a Scottish one. One moment, please. I don't think. Have I got a Scottish jingle? One moment, please. ITV. No, I don't have Scottish television. Oh, I must get that. I must get Scottish television there. Perhaps I could play a jingle from where you all are. That might be an idea. The trouble is I can never remember where everyone is. So it might be difficult. Morning built in Scotland. Fun things to do with tech. In my big TV now, I look older. How rude. How do I look older on a big TV? Does it make you look older? I bet I look fantastic on your TV. Have you put yourself on a TV, have you? Eh? Well, you were in a chat box the other night. Did I see you chatting in a chat box the other night? Like on Sunday, maybe? Who would that be? The Dusty Blonde Show. Did I see you in a chat box, or was that someone else? Fun thing to do with Tech Sparky. Do let me know. Right. Peter Wright is disappointed with himself for being late this morning. Anyone want to buy me a tea break? Oh, you buy your own tea breaks, dear. What a cheek. Asking. See, you're not clever enough to do that, are you, Peter? Now, the very fact that you said, is anyone going to buy me a tea break, sounds like, is anyone going to give me £2? Now you won't get one. What you should have done is upset someone on here. Then they send you for a tea break. I mean, I'm lucky myself. I never, ever upset anyone in that chat box. Never. It was you, was it? It was you. Have you got glasses? Do you wear glasses? Do you wear glasses, little Tech Sparky? Do you? Was that you in the little glasses on the Dusty bit? Oh, what's her name? Dusty Blonde show last night. Was that you, my love? Was it you in the little glasses? Do let us know if it was you in the little glasses there. Parknest, yes, he was on Dusty's live last night. And I saw you as well, Parknest. I did see you there. I logged on at about... it was just before my show, because someone said, here's another one that you might want to see. And so I put on Dusty Blonde's thing. And there were 3 people chatting there. 3 people chatting there. Daniel Woodhouse, new mono ultra microscopic... What is that? I think that's just a name you've made up, Daniel, to be honest. It was you with the wife. Is that right? So it was you on the chat box last night. And you say I look old. Can I just make a small suggestion to you, my love? And suggest that, not your wife, you. May I suggest you look back at that programme and put it on your big telly? That's all I'm saying, love. I look old. Have you watched your own video? I think you'll be shocked. I think you'll be shocked. And I also think you might want to put something different on to wear if you're going to be on the television. God's sake. Look, you just come out of a blooming pub or something like that. Have you any idea how to dress on the television? Huh? God's sake, man. Never seen anything like it. It looked like you just got out of bed, sat in a chair and went on the telly. And if you want an idea of how to dress on the telly, put BBC Breakfast on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Naga Manchetti. Now, obviously you're not female, but she gives you an idea of how you should dress, dear. Look, dear, look. We don't just appear on the telly in an old tracksuit top. God's sake, man, not a clue. Not a blooming clue. Amateurs, dear. We're surrounded by amateurs here. Amateurs. And you didn't even have any flowers next to you, did you? Look. By the way, do you know who bought me these flowers? Maureen. I have now got several. There was only one one of them died years ago, a couple of years ago now. One of them died, and that happens with all plants, sometimes. You can buy 2 plants from the garden centre, put them next to each other, and one dies. And the other one sprouts beautifulness and all that. But there we are. That's one of yours, Maureen. Look at that. That's got to be 2 or 3 years old now. And I've got pink ones from you over there. I don't think you can see them on camera. Oh, yes, you can. There's little pink ones there. Just on the right, you see the lighter pink ones. Can you see those there? Next to the peace lily thing, which also is going in flowers. And then there's some in the hallway as well, Maureen. So thank you very much for those. There you go. Fun things to do with tech. I have been on TV and I look okay. Well, I mean, that's a matter of opinion, isn't it? I looked at you last night and you got the cheek to say I look old? God's sake, man. I think you need to have a closer look at yourself. Let them that makes the first sin cast the first stone. Tell him, Shania. Tell him, Shania. They don't even know what I'm talking about now, do they, Shania? Heathens, dear. Heathens. Yes. Now, what was the parable? We had a parable this week, didn't we? Oh, now, what was the parable Sunday? I can't remember. Those of you, and there's not many of you, I know, but those of you that watch the live stream from Wokingham Church on Sunday mornings, we had a bit of an issue with that yesterday, and I just could not get the live stream up through... basically, I pick it up through Chrome, okay, and I re-put it on YouTube because... And I do that for people with smart TVs, because a lot of people with smart TVs, including myself... We can't watch a Facebook Live on the smart TV. So what I do is pick it up on Facebook Live via a browser, Chrome, and then I shove it out on YouTube. And the Chrome, the box was just black. So it had the Facebook thing. And what happens, Facebook things like that, the whole thing, right? And I squeeze it to just the picture from the church. But it was black and I couldn't work out why it wasn't. The time was ticking away. I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this. So eventually I tried another browser and that worked. So that was a little bit late yesterday. Was a little bit late with the live streaming from church yesterday. That being said, we did get, of course, the most important part of the Mass, which is the Eucharistic prayer leading up to ding, 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 ding. Do you ring the bell, Shania? Ding, 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 ding. Look at them. They've got not a clue what I'm talking about, these people on here. Not a clue. Heathens, dear. Heathens. Ding, 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 ding. I love it. Oh, dear. Never mind. Right, what else have we got here? Let's do some stories for you today. Right, Apple iPhones. Do you know they're big? 5%. They've increased in size by 5% every year since 2007. Now, I don't know about your iPhone. Here's mine. It's a bit old now. I have an iPhone 8. Okay. The battery on this is starting to become a bit of a problem. I'm now charging it 3 times a day. Okay. What are we on now? So this was plugged in and fully charged when I got up at 7:10. Okay. We're now, what are we down to now? 1 moment, please. But you see, I use it a lot. Obviously not in the morning. Right, that's already down to 87%. Okay, that's since 7 o'clock. So by 2 o'clock, I'll have to charge it up again. And then just before I go to bed, it'll be back down to about 10%. So it's starting to become a little bit of a problem. I'll persevere with it. I think I will probably get the battery changed on it rather than get another iPhone. I don't know what I'm going to do yet with that one because it's a lot of money, you know, and I like to get 2 or 3 years out of something minimum. I'm not going to just buy one because it's got an extra blooming stripe on the side of it. Stupidness, that is. But it's a reasonable size. Probably that's about as big as I'd like it. It's certainly bigger than the iPhone 5, you know, as you can see there. I prefer this, actually, to this. I really do. But that's about as big as I'd want a phone. You do see people with the larger iPhones, don't you? And actually, I think my nephew and his wife and my brother-in-law, they've all got the Huawei phones, which are excellent phones, I have to say. Really good phones. And the thing with the Huawei phone, right? I don't know if you've noticed, but there are certain apps that you use with this. TikTok's one of them. That when you use the front end, the front camera, it reverses everything. So it's all the wrong way round. Okay? The Huawei phone that my nephew's got doesn't seem to do that. It looks the right way round. I don't know why they've never been able to sort that out with those. There's not a setting because I've looked. I've looked and looked for a setting to because it's mirrored. If you use the front phone on certain apps, the image is mirrored. And it's most annoying. You know, if you've got some words behind you or something like that. But they got the bigger ones as well, haven't they? The iPhone Pluses, which are larger. And they're enormous, some of these things. My mate's got one, and you're kind of stretching your hand trying to hold this thing and using it. Well, it says the iPhone 12 Max Pro has a screen that's 6.7 inches tall, which is nearly double the size of the original iPhone released in 2007. Now, fortunately, I have a ruler here that I like to measure people with before they come into my house. There we are. And if they're too small, I don't let them in. Please leave my property. Anyway, so what have we got here? 6.7 inches tall. So that... Look, it's only 5 inches. Oh, but we're in Europe. We don't know what inches is. Unlucky! Unlucky! Don't know what inches is. I've never heard anything like it, dear. Don't want centimetres and millitudes. So the iPhone 8... 5.5 inches, okay? The new one is that big. Now that's big, don't you think? It's that big. Look, you know, I mean, so it's it's just a little bit smaller than the width of my hand. The new iPhone 12 Pro Max has a screen that's 6.7 inches tall, which is nearly double the size of the original iPhone release in 2007. Can you believe that? We've had iPhones now for 13 years. A new study suggests that if the sizing trend continues, the Apple smartphones could be larger than a MacBook in 20 years. Well, that's not going to happen, isn't it? What a stupid story. Who wrote this? What's their names? By Dan Avery for thedailymail.com. Phone accessory company Raps analysed the evolution of smartphones by Apple, Samsung and other top makers. According to its findings, the iPhone has grown by 5% every year since 2007. Do you have a large phone? Do you not find it? I'd find that a bit awkward. It's almost like a mini iPad, if you see what I mean. It says at that rate, the world's most popular smartphone will be bigger than a woman's hand by 2021 and larger than a man's hand by 2024. It would be 17.5 inches long or nearly 1.5 feet. I mean, that's just what a stupid story. I mean, how is anyone going to release a phone? Oh, come on. They're not, are they? What a stupid... I just know it's longer than that. There you go. Who's ever going to release a phone that's... Oh, you could do some damage to someone's kidneys with one of those, couldn't you? Won't be a white one. No, listen, look. Hello? Not even possible. No one is going to bring out a phone that big. What a stupid story. What's his name? Dan who? What a blooming idiot. Another idiot. Dan Avery. It goes on to say, from the camera quality to advancements of... You see, the camera on that iPhone, I don't find that good at all. I don't find... If you look carefully at my opening videos, when we do a little bit of a pan, it's not always perfect, you know. Mind you. This show is not always perfect either, is it? It says, from the camera quality to advancements of technology networks, we've seen the iPhone incorporate a number of changes since its launch in 2007. However, perhaps the most noticeable change we've seen has been its size. Well, I can't ever see one being 1.5 feet long. How stupid would that be? What a stupid story. Have you got one of the big phones as a matter of interest? You got a sort of largish phone? How big do you like the size of your phone? Well, that's a bit too big. I prefer this. It's a 5S. It's very slow now. That's a 5S. That's a good size. You know. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello. How are you today? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm all right too. Doesn't it annoy you when you're on the phone to someone and they're doing 10 things at the same time? Multitasking. And they put you on. I've got a couple of people do this to me. My sister's the worst offender. She puts you on the phone, right, and then puts the phone in the corner of a room and carries on what she's doing. Hello? What's all that about? Parknest, there won't be a new iPhone. Apple will just put a SIM card slot in the next iPad mini. I think you could be right there. They're so large. Michael Lawrence has got a Samsung. Samsung, that's a good make as well. I get good reports from Samsung as well. Morning, John Parrish. Does it come with wheels? It needs to, doesn't it, eh? Dear me. Oh, look, Paul Adamson's up there. His iPhone 12 is going to arrive on Friday. Are we jealous? No, we're not, Paul. What's wrong with your old one? I bet there's nothing wrong with your old phone, is there, Paul? I bet there's... Oh, got to have the new one. John Parrish prefers centimetres. It makes him feel bigger. Oh, we got 23 likes already. Okay, let's show you these delightful pictures. First of all, this morning we have from Carl. Mr. Sprinter Van has sent pictures of the solar panels on his van. There we go. Isn't that excellent? From Ecotech. I think I got the right person there. Ecotech. If you're going to send me an email, right, can you put the name that I know you from on YouTube? Otherwise, I'm not sure who you are and I can make a mistake with the name. But there we are. These are the solar panels on his little van there. Look at that. Aren't they fantastic? I love them. I could spend ages, as I say, just going to different places and looking at people's solar panels. What a great thing that was. Or even better than that, windmills. I love windmills. Look at that power station there, look. Isn't that great? And they'd be charging up his bits and pieces in that van. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Okay. And pictures today from John Parrish as well, as sent in. Thank you, John. There we go. There's John's pictures. Here we are. Picture there of, that is his new friend in Vienna. All he did was stand on that box. Oh, hang on, that's all changed now, isn't it? Sherry busking in Austria. Austria! The hills are alive with the sound of music. And there's John. My new friend in Vienna, all he did was stand on the box. Some of them, that's all they do, isn't it? He looks a nice bloke there. Nice picture there, John. What a lovely place that is, look. Does look nice, Vienna, doesn't it? Eh? My favourite part in The Sound of the Music where the nuns... Oh, hello, where have I gone? Oh, we don't want that again, do you? Don't want it again. My favourite part is The Sound of Music is when the nuns nick something from the car engine so it can't move. That and John Aitken will know where I'm coming from. That and when Maria walks into the church. Oh, and then floods of tears. What a beautiful church. If you wanted to get married somewhere, you'd want to get married in that church in The Sound of Music, wouldn't you, eh? How do you solve a problem like Maria? How do you take a moon and something down? I don't know what it is. Let's have a look there. Fran wouldn't have an iPhone if they were giving them out for free. She don't like iPhones, Fran. Okay. Adrian has to multitask watching my show so I can keep my interest up. Rude. Parknest has still got a Nokia. Blimey. Mandy's got two phones, Samsungs. She's got one phone for talking to normal people on the phone, and another phone to receive requests for another little job that she does. That's right. Well, funnily enough, I was working at a place in Earl's Court, Harpo's, and some of the younger boys in there had two phones. One for the job that they did, and one for talking to friends and family. Shocking. We've seen it. I've seen it all, dear. I've lived 1,000 years. Oh, according to Fun Things to Do with Tech, it looks it as well. Rude. Have you looked at yourself on the telly last night yet? Fun Things to Do with Tech? And how old you look? Good morning to Mr. Media Mate there. Good morning to Mr. Media Mate. John stayed in the Von Trapp house. Did you really? How blooming marvellous that was to stay somewhere like that. Blooming excellent. Fun Things to Do with Tech's got an iPhone 7 and a P20 Pro. Oh, that's Huawei, isn't it? And I don't know what a Dora phone is. What's a Dora phone? I think that's what my nephew's got. One of those P20 Pro Huawei things there. Good. They found a cannabis farm in a former nightclub in the Daily Mail this morning. A three-story, 1, 2, 3, massive cannabis farm. But it's stank in there. That smell. Oh, actually, do the plants smell the same as the smoke? Do they have an aurora to them? Don't know. There was the most dreadful smell of drugs outside of my front door last night. I don't know where it came from, because I looked on the cameras to see if there's anyone around, and there wasn't. It must have drifted over from somewhere. Awful smell. I hate that smell, marijuana. A 3-story cannabis farm has been discovered in a former nightclub in Coventry, said the National Crime Agency. Now, I saw this story and I looked at it because I wondered if it was the club that I DJ at about 5 or 6 years ago called Rainbows. But it wasn't 3 stories. That was a nice little job, that was. The journey used to do my head in on the way home, though. Oh, God, I wouldn't get back until like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning. Anyway, around 1,000 plants, that's a lot of plants. 1,000 plants worth than £1 million were found. Is it dear to buy that stuff? marijuana and cannabis. That's the same thing, isn't it? Around 1,000 plants, more than £1 million worth, were found inside the property on Trinity Street on Thursday after officers smashed through several reinforced doors to gain access. The cannabis plants were spread out across 3 floors, along with £150,000 worth of sophisticated planting, growing and irrigation equipment. And it's just... See, as well as the plants, they've got the plants on the floor of this nightclub. And then they've got great big metal... I don't know what they are. There must be some sort of air conditioning thing. Great big metal tubes going along the ceiling. And then little plastic things coming down to the plants, which have got to be the water. It's like the sort of thing you get from a garden centre. You know where you get those automatic watering systems? I'll be honest with you, they look a bit messy. When you put those sort of things in a garden, I find they look messy. It's probably a way of doing them where you can't hardly see the tubes. A lot of people, they put these things out and it's a big tube and then little tubes come out of it and it just looks really messy. But the little tube then goes into the plant. Well, that's what they've got here. Little plastic black tubes coming down from the ceiling, feeding each plant. I assume with water. Maybe there's some sort of fertiliser works there, I don't know. And then they have these really bright lights as well. I don't know what sort of lights they are, whether they be... And they look like umbrella lights, similar to what I've got in here. I've got 2 of these in here. You can see one over there. If you look carefully, that's an umbrella. Yeah? All right. These cannabis plants were spread across 3 floors, along with £150,000 worth of sophisticated planting, growing and irrigation equipment. And it's just... It's funny how they're all neatly laid out. Really. I mean, you know what I mean? They're all neatly laid out in little rows. And you kind of thought, if it's like some sort of criminal gang, it wouldn't look like that. It would be a bit messy. But it's not. I mean, this house is very messy. Police used a drone to help hunt down 2 men after they attempted to flee the building. 3 men were arrested and charged with production, and so the story goes on. But honestly, they got into this nightclub and the whole thing was just growing stuff. You couldn't make it up, can you? The cheek of it and all. That they would never get caught. Unbelievable. You growing plants, Chris? No, not at the moment. I've got my garden. And my garden's, I don't really have a very flowery garden. It's all like green and all that. But I do get a few flowers. I've actually got some white flowers at the moment in the sort of the plant bit there, you know. It's a garden. Gardens you sort of grow up over years. Unless you want to get someone in to do it. You know, you could have it landscaped or something like that. But yeah, I like my garden. I like doing gardening bits and pieces. Tony King says, cannabis is an awful smell. No, it is just awful. I can't bear that smell. And people walk around here smoking it in the road, in the street. I'm serious. There's one bloke, he comes around, not right outside my front door. Well, that must be what it was. I bet it was him, actually. It's probably him. Because he can be right down the other end with trees in between. This smell seems to hang around. Do you know what I mean? It seems to hang in the trees. Just one person, that is. Oh, dear. Goth said, £40 for a quarter, so she knows. Prices always go up after police raids, says Gary. Oh, dear. Parkness doesn't like the smell either. Look at that. Terry Wogan, who's your favourite radio DJ of all time? This is a little story sent in by Daniel, I think it was, last week. We never got around to it, I think, on Thursday or Wednesday. But they've now got the top 40 greatest radio broadcasters of all time. And at the top of the list was Terry Wogan. Ba-da-ba, Terry Wogan, Radio 2. In fact, you're not on here at all. I don't understand. Not on here. Who is your favourite radio host of all time? Mine's Tony Blackburn, as you well know. Dave Lee Travis is up there for me. Terry Wogan's up there. They entertain us. There's hardly anyone on the radio now that entertains you like that. That was, this is, hello. That's all they're telling us now. But Terry Wogan was the top man. He's been gone a few years now. Terry's weekday breakfast programme, Wake Up to Wogan on BBC Radio 2 in the Daily Mail, regularly drew 8 million listeners, and he was awarded a knighthood in 2005. He died in 2016. He was 77 when he died, and presumably you all know what Terry Wogan looks like. We might have one or two of the younger people. Maybe Michael Pullman won't know what Terry Wogan looks like. But he really entertained us, Michael. He was great in the mornings. And nowadays, and I'm sure there are many, many young people out there who could do the same job as he did, but they're not allowed to do it. They're not allowed to do it. The powers that be don't want them to have their personality on the radio. There he is. That was Terry Wogan. And he was Irish, Michael. And he was so good, so entertaining to listen to in the morning. He really was. And then there was John Peel, the longest serving Radio 1 DJ of all time, broadcasting regularly from 1967 until he died in 2004. John Peel, he was hugely popular, Radio 1. Third on the list was Tony Blackburn, the first DJ to broadcast on Radio 1 in 1967. He opened the station with a song called Flowers in the Rain. I think that was the first song he ever played on BBC Radio 1. He's worked across the BBC and commercial stations throughout his long career, and he's still there. He started Radio 1 1967. He is still on the radio, on many stations. He just don't want to stop. And he will never stop. Tony Blackburn will never stop. He loves it. It is his life, and he's damn good at it. Very entertaining. A champion of pop and soul music, Tony Blackburn was once suspended from his classic gold digital breakfast show for playing too many Cliff Richard records. We're all going on a summer holiday. Zoe Ball. How did Zoe Ball make it? Will someone please tell me that? I've heard her. It's all right, but nothing special. She's not crap, but she's nothing special. Ken Bruce, I like him. Graham Norton, Simon Mayo, all made the top 10. Disc jockeys remain popular choices for radio-loving Brits. There was also room on the list for the legendary cricket commentator Brian Johnson, as well as acclaimed Letter from America author and presenter Alistair Cook. So there we are. Would you want to see a picture of Tony Blackburn? This is an old picture, I'm telling you that now. Let's have a look. I don't know how old this picture is. That doesn't look like a BBC studio, that one. Actually, I'll show you it. This don't look like... The BBC studios have a certain look to them that don't look like a BBC studio. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? That really doesn't look like... Oh, hang on. That doesn't look like a BBC studio to me. There's not enough equipment in it. But there we go. That's Tony Blackburn there. And that looks a little bit old, that picture. Maybe 10 years old. Maybe a little bit longer than that. I don't know. But who was your favourite radio person? As I say, mine was Tony Blackburn. Mine was Tony Blackburn. Let's... where are we now? Kenny Everett, Mr. Media Mate. Yes! Kenny Everett, great entertainer. Again on the radio. Great entertainer. Pushed the boundaries. You won't see Kenny Everett again. Maybe you might see someone like that on an internet radio station, possibly a community station. You won't see it on independent local radio because it's all formatted. It's crap. And if someone says it's not crap, well, I don't listen to it. Does anyone listen to Heart or anything like that? Music's great. Music's great. Same songs all the blooming time, though. The Hairy Cornflake, that's right. Dave Lee Travis, absolutely Tony King. He was great as well. Michael Lawrence, Tony Blackburn, Gary Ross, Tony Blackburn. He's popular, isn't he, among you lot? I used to go to, used to have a wonderful show in the 1980s on BBC Radio London, his daily soul show between 9 and 12 o'clock. And he really pushed the boundaries. It was really saucy. Never went over the line, but it was really, really saucy. And then some idiot came in, took over the radio station and changed all the music. Matthew Bannister, I think it was. What a bleeding idiot. Completely destroyed that station. He took it away from what they were playing. A lot of soul music was being played on there to adult-orientated rock. Decimated it. And sacked Tony Blackburn. Matthew Bannister, remember that name? Destroyed radio. He mucked up Radio 1 as well. He sacked them all from there as well, didn't he, or something? Changed it all there. Bloody idiot. I do hate things. Well, you know when you're enjoying something and someone comes along and changes it. Most depressing. Peter Wright likes Terry Wogan. Colin, Terry's breakfast show on Radio 2 is greatly missed. It certainly is. Hugo Duncan on Radio Ulster. There's a name I don't know. Popular in Ireland, is he? Northern Ireland, rather. Pat Sharp, Capital Radio, back in the day. Yes, indeed, Goth. Capital Radio, move a little closer to you, sit down and close the door, 'cause it's cold outside but it's warm inside here on 194. Ooh, we love the tingles. We love the tingles. Tony Blackburn does indeed have that same enthusiasm, Tony. He really does. He does. Tommy Vance for rock fans. Danny Baker, I can take him or leave him. Tim Shaw, don't know him. Stephen Nolan, yeah, I think you mentioned him the other day, didn't you there? Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam. Oh, that's good, that is, that thing. Yep, Trevor Bannister. Was it Bannister destroyed Radio 1? Matthew Bannister, yeah, he absolutely did. He destroyed, but you may not know, he destroyed Radio London before he destroyed Radio 1. Bloody idiot. And this is the trouble with the BBC. People muck something up. And what do? Do they sack them? No, they promote them up the ladder. Absolutely destroyed it. Honestly, I was so upset when they got rid of Tony Blackburn's Soul Show on BBC Radio London back in the day. I used to love listening to that. I'd have it on in my little British Telecom van when I was going around fixing phones. Oh, Mark Bowles got a new telecom job, hasn't he? He would have started this morning. Perhaps we'll hear from him at some point. One of the nighttime shows. See how he's getting on with that. Excellent. Did you order many takeout meals during the lockdown? Apparently you did. In the Sun this morning, hungry diners have gone takeaway mad since the start of lockdown. And Northerners notching the most pizza and Southerners top for fish and chips. I can take either of those. I do like a pizza, as you know, and I also love chips. I love chips. Chips. More, please. Orders to homes have rocketed almost 50% since March, according to Just Eat, which delivered around 100 million meals more than normal. People are just sending out for stuff all the time. I don't know if my sister does takeout. As in order sort of thing. You know, I don't think they order stuff and it's delivered. Actually, I don't think there's an Uber Eats or a Just Eats in where they live. And there's a little business there, maybe. It's a big village, Woodall Spa. You know. Food deliveries where you ring someone up because you can't be bothered to get off your fat ass and go down the shops. Oh, hello. Could you bring me a pizza round, please? And then pizza arrives because you can't be bothered to go out. What's all that about? Come on. You actually do not have to leave the house anymore. You know that, don't you? You just push a button and it arrives. Marvellous. At enormous extra expense. I remember ordering fish and chips. Me and my mate was sitting here, ordered fish and chips on the Uber Eats thing. And it was something ridiculous like, was it like 25 or 30 quid? It was something like that. I think it was about 25 quid. And I said, that's a bit dear, isn't it? And then the next time we drove to the shop and it was 12 quid. I mean, you're paying for the delivery, of course you are. Even McDonald's. You can get breakfast delivered to you in a bag. I rung up my niece just before the show. I had a FaceTime with my niece. She's in Cyprus at the moment. And I do like to talk to nieces and nephews on the phone, and great nieces and nephews now, because they can all talk. James, who's 3 now, he's starting to learn to talk now as well. And I was chatting to her this morning. She said, "Oh, we've just had breakfast." She's walking along by the sea. Because remember, it would have been 10 o'clock there this morning when I rang. It was 8 o'clock here, 2 hours ahead. And she's walking. "Oh, we just had breakfast." And they're walking along by the sea. And her husband, Ben, he's a lovely bloke, except for his beard. Oh, he's got one of those dirty, great big beards. Ginger. Even worse! This great big ginger beard hanging down there. Oh, it's awful. I can't bear beards. I think my niece likes it. I think she likes it. I don't know. All those germs. I'm so glad that when I was more... I'm not really... I don't do the gay pubs and all that anymore, but when I was doing it, there were no beards. They've all got these beards now, the gays. My crowd. They've all got these beards now. Some of them... I'm so glad that I'm not on that scene now and someone's trying to kiss me with a beard. Oh! Oh, you get a little bit of hair in your mouth, don't you? Oh, how awful. Little curly hair. Oh! Oh! And then, you know, you get on the bus on your... What's that? Hair in my mouth. Little curly hair from the beard. Don't like it. Anyway, so I'm talking to her. So, "Oh, we've just had breakfast." She said, and Ben's there. "Hello, how are you? It's so hot here. It's really hot. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning." Right? And I said to her, "Well, where's the box then?" She said, "What box?" I said, "That you just had the breakfast in." "No, they've been to a restaurant. Went to a restaurant for breakfast at 9 o'clock in the morning." Oh, dear, how the other half live. There's me sitting downstairs, 7:10. About 7:10 I get up. By 7:20 I'm downstairs, kettle's on. Automatic, all automatic, dear. By the time I get downstairs, the kettle is boiled. Oh, yes, that's the wonder of smart plugs with timers. Out the fridge come my little jar. Fat-free yoghurt. Few porridge oats and a whole apple chopped up and some blueberries. Sat in front of the telly watching that. There's my niece walking back from the restaurant. "No, we've just been out to a restaurant and had a cook's breakfast." And I thought, no, well, I'm glad you did. I'm sitting here and I prefer eating my jar of fat-free yoghurt and oats. That was all right. There she is, walking back from a restaurant after having a fry-up. Cow. They rub it in, don't they? Back to the story in the Sun. Says those 100 million extra delivery meals will be worth in the region of £1 billion. You don't make up these numbers now that they talk about on the telly and government things and all that business, you know, whatever they're talking about. And they go on about these numbers, billion, trillion, and all that business. And you think, God, £1 billion, you can't get your head round it, can you? Dare I mention the price of the high-speed 2 Rowling that they're building? Where's that money come from? There's nothing coming in now, is there? Those 100 million delivery meals will be worth in the region of £1 billion. That money is a lifeline for troubled restaurants. So they're having to readapt to all this COVID crap, isn't it? There's no end in sight to that. I'm telling you now. I said Easter. That's my latest prediction. If we get through to Easter, I think we might be all right. But I don't see it going away. Our fast food bill in the past 6 months totalled 150 million pizzas, 41,000 tonnes of chips, of which I had 39,500 of those, and 42 million curries. Data trends reveal the type of food each UK region prefers. Northerners are the greediest, apparently. with Mancunians ordering twice as much as overall as Brummies. The North loves Italian food, with those in the South, including London, gone for fish and chips. Domino's sold cheese and tomato pizzas every second. Sold a cheese and tomato pizza every second. It's all right, isn't it? Bit dear, Domino's, unless you get the 2-for-1 thing. Birmingham ordered the most Indian food per head. Said Deliveroo, which is recruiting 15,000 staff to meet record demand across the UK. Thanks to home baking, everyone has gone bananas. There you go. So have you ordered much in while that was happening? It's made a huge difference, hasn't it? Lots of people ordering food in. Did you order anything in much while you were... Or perhaps you order food regularly in, do you? I'm certainly not a regular orderer inner type person, if you see what I mean. Now and again, rarely I do. It's usually when I'm around my mate's house. I don't really order anything for here. But I've gone round my mate's house. Oh, should we just order fish and chips? Or should we order a pizza? And before you know, there might be 2 or 3 of us sitting there and 50 quid's gone from my account. Whereas I know I could have gone down to Aldi and bought a pizza for £3.29, maybe garlic bread as well for like 50 or 60 pence, and put that in the oven. I don't go with these deliveries. I know that it keeps people in jobs and all that, but it's so expensive to have something delivered in it. I mean, so much today. Tech says, I cook all our food from fresh or less. It's been cooked first and then frozen, but most of our meals are fresh from the farm. Goff's has build-up drinks, so I don't like the sound of those. Is that those like powders? You see the blokes drinking that in the gym, don't you? Oh, it's horrible. There they are in the gym. Young, sweaty lads. About 30, 35, 40 even. Standing at that mirror naked with their little shavings. Shh, 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 shh. You're trying to look at the corner of your eye at them like that. And then out comes that shake thing. And I look at them drinking these shakes. I said, for Christ's sake, I think to myself, for Christ's sake, put that down and come round for a proper meal. Powder and blooming water or whatever it is they're putting in that thing. And that's their meal. A bottle of powder. No, dear. Come round and let me cook you a meal. Perhaps you'd like to offer something in return. I don't know. Tech says, when the budget allows, we do have a full English breakfast on a Sunday. Is that when you're out, is it? Something like that, when you're out. Right. I think we'll do the raffle shortly, boys and girls. Talking of food, Weatherspoons is known doing food, of course. But in the Sun today, this is a bit shock horror. Shock horror. Weatherspoons has been accused of stuffing Christmas. They're not having festive roasts. The pub chain has decided not to serve turkey with all the trimmings of its 900 pubs this year. Wow. Well, it's all over for Christmas, isn't it? There's 2 things we've got left in this world. Christmas and Easter. All the shops and pubs have destroyed a lot of this stuff. And managers, mainly. Managers have destroyed a lot of this stuff by opening pubs on Christmas Day, this, that and the other. Now, I'm part of that. I used to work Christmas Day in a pub. I think I did it 2 or 3 times. We opened, and I was all right, did my music. And I kind of thought, after doing those 3, I thought to myself, I've just ruined Christmas for myself. We've just normalised it to another day. So I stopped doing it. Anyway, instead, Weatherspoons has brie and bacon burgers and chicken and stuffed paninis on its festive menu. Wow. There are pigs in blankets and a brie pizza, plus a gingerbread muffin instead of a Christmas pudding. One Weatherspoons worker among the 43,000 who used to enjoy a free Christmas dinner said they've basically said stuff Christmas. Can you believe it? This member of staff says our customers aren't going to like it. Punters tell us that nothing beats a proper Christmas dinner. I mean, for God's sake, you are, if you go out to a pub for a Christmas dinner, that's what you want, isn't it? Surely you don't want to go into a pub around Christmas and have a pizza or a burger. Or a curry. Or pasta. Are you? Surely you're not. One of the regulars says it's a bit bar humbug what's got into them. Most of the customers are working class in Wetherspoons. It's fairly cheap there. Most people can afford to have a couple of drinks, I suppose, in a Wetherspoons and a meal. I've had a meal in a Wetherspoons. Quite nice. Quite nice. It says not many brickies are going to prefer a posh panini over a roast. Oh, I don't think they are. J.D. Wetherspoon, which acts Sunday roast in 2016, so they've done it before. For commercial reasons, hinted Christmas dinners may return. Never say never, but this is not the year. That's what it says. And that's in the Sun today. How sad is that? No Christmas dinner in a pub. I don't like that. Don't like that. Fran doesn't order in anything. When we are away, we eat takeout. Besides, all home cooked. Home cooked food. Fun things to do with tech. We could never afford takeaways. It's an expensive way to eat, I tell you. Some people live on it, you know. A lot of the people on the benefits, right? They spend their benefits on takeaway. Oh, we got no money. They ain't got the sense in their heads to buy a loaf of bread and a few tins of baked beans. One meal, less than £1. Less than £1. Baked beans in Aldi, 27 pence. And loaf of bread, I think about £1. So that's £1.27. Isn't it? But it's not over £1 a meal because you're not going to have the whole loaf of bread. Let's be generous and give you 4 slices of bread, shall we? Now what's that work out at? That's 70 pence for a meal? Oh, no. They go and order something from McDonald's for 25 quid. I got no money. And they're just not intelligent enough to go and get normal food, are they? Oh, but it's our right. It's your right to go out and get a bleeding job like the rest of us, mate. Unless, of course, you're disabled or there's something wrong with you, which I get. Right, okay, Ken. Shall we do this week's raffle? Oh, I'm so pleased. Someone is going to win a fridge magnet. Who's it going to be today? One moment, please. I'm having a real trouble with my Tourette's at the moment. There you go. Who's going to win that today? Is it you? Let's bring up the tickets here, gang. Very important. Okay, are you ready, gang? Oh, it's little Adam the plumber. Hello, Adam. Hi, say hello to Adam, everyone. Hi, Adam. There you go. Denise, baked beans for me must be Heinz. Tried the others, it's rubbish. Now, Denise, I used to be exactly the same as you. Exactly the same as you. I would only ever eat Heinz baked beans. And then I discovered Branson baked beans, which I thought were nice. Now I'll eat any brand of baked beans. Any brand now. But I get where you're coming from there, Denise. Good morning to Adam the plumber. My neighbour lives on benefits until I got her a free cooker. She used to do all that all the time and gets taxes everywhere. And she has her electric and gas paid, so she leaves the heating on for 24 hours a day. Ridiculous. I think everyone should do something for their money. Unless you're disabled and you can't move. Absolutely. Everyone should do something for their money. Whether it's going out for an hour a day picking up rubbish. Which I do it myself, don't I? I go wombling. Underground, overground, wombling free. The one. Fran loves the beans in Aldi. Better than Tesco's. Hoi hoi. Hoi hoi. That's a sauce, isn't it? Hoi hoi. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Gary Ross, all the fat people on diets buying 16-inch Domino's pizzas and think buying 2 cans of Diet Coke. The order is countering what you've just eaten, I know. Denise has tried the Branson. They're okay, but none of the other cheap, nasty stuff. Peter, Heinz baked beans. He likes them. He likes the Branston as well. There you go. Right, you ready, gang? Can you see that all right? I know it always looks like there's not many tickets in here because it's just the shape of the bowl. And if I put it down too far, they all drop out, you see. So that's why I try. Right, okay, gang. It's time. It's time. Let's have a drum roll. I have a ticket. I have one ticket in my hand, and I'm about to read you the number, gang. I hope you've been writing down these tickets. Okay? Are you ready? It's ticket number 745. Ticket number 745 is our raffle winner this week. Is it you? Is it you I'm looking for? 'Cause I wonder where you are. And I wonder what you do. Are you someone feeling lonely? Or is someone feeling you? Sorry, I think that's the wrong words there. Okay, 745. Who's got... Oh, look what I found, Daniel Woodhouse. It's my Thames television badge. This is Thames from London. 745. We want to claim for 745, please, boys and girls. Is it you? Let us know. Always make sure you can pay for your coffin. Rachel's got a coffin now. She's got hers in advance. Fits and everything. Wonderful. Made to measure. Nothing off the shelf. Made to measure coffin. In the Daily Mirror today, a grieving family who were unable to pay for the young son's burial were left with his body on the floor. That's a quote. After funeral directors allegedly confiscated the coffin. They couldn't afford the £120 bill, and the teenager's body was reportedly left in a garage where the wake was taking place, still surrounded by flowers and incense candles. Isn't that awful? The funeral only went ahead after the mourners took to social media and asked for financial donations towards the burial. Isn't that just dreadful? This happened in Mexico. The poor boy died from natural causes. The funeral bill came to about £120. Pfft, not in this bleeding country. Say goodbye to a minimum of £2,000 if you're going to die. Spanish newspapers said when the family couldn't come up with all the money, the funeral home gate-crashed the wake of their home and took away the coffin after removing the corpse and putting it on the concrete floor. The family had managed to hand over about 900 pesos, but this was refused by the funeral home, which wanted payment in full. Posting an appeal on Twitter, his friend said the family needs help to give a healthy burial to the body. Isn't that just the most awful thing? They asked for money to be left with the family and not at the funeral home, and gave their address and phone numbers. Donations flooded in, and they were able to buy a new coffin and allow the funeral to go ahead. The local council also helped by providing a place in the cemetery free of charge. God. You wouldn't think something like that could happen, could you really? Eh? You know, for someone to... They couldn't pay for the coffin, so someone else come along and took it away. You wouldn't think that could happen, could you? Frightening, that is. What haven't I told her? Oh, the Super Chat prize this week. We're doing one of our bottles this week, okay? Anyone who's sending a Super Chat prize for the Super Chat draw, which is on Thursday. That's the prize this week, okay? That's the prize this week. You can also send anyone out for a cup of tea. No one's been rowing this morning. It's very unusual. £2. £2, okay? Allows you to send someone out of the room for 5 minutes. £10 allows you to send someone out of the room for the entire show. That means they can watch, but they can't comment. Oh, George is back again. Hello, George. You don't seem to hang around for long, George. You just come on, say hello, and then you disappear again. Why is that? I thought Lily was excellent on your show yesterday, by the way. Good morning to Paul and Lou. Sorry I'm late. Work's getting in the way a bit at the moment. Paul and Lou, we're glad you turned up, darling. Better late than never. Better late than never. Okay. Adam needs a tea break as he's missed most of the show. Colin K has just sent a £2 super chat in. Thank you, Colin. I've actually found a setting on my broadcaster equipment that allows me to see the super chats instantly now, rather than scrolling up and down. There's a little section on there which only shows super chat, which I only discovered the other day. Although, of course, if I'm halfway through a news story, I don't see it then unless I'm looking at the screen. So thank you, Colin. A £2 super chat from Colin and 2 free raffle tickets for you, Colin. 433 and 434. Reminds me of the Radio 2 shingle. 433 and 330 medium wave. This is Radio 2. Colin K. There we are. £2 for Colin K. 433 and 434, Colin. There you go. Thank you, Colin. Just for you. Da-da-da-da-da, just for you. And just a reminder, if you do send someone out for a 5-minute tea break for £2, they get 2 raffle tickets as well. Okay, it goes to the other person. All right, my darlings. All righty. Goth says it scares the hell out of me, and looking around for coffins and funeral prices. Well, what you could do, Goth. I mean, an easy way to do it is just crawl under a bush somewhere and die, like cats. I highly recommend that. You could just imagine you could go to somewhere that you really like, and then just crawl under a bush somewhere, and then just pass out. That's not a bad way to go, is it? Really? Rather than, in a hospital bed, attached to tubes and machines and things like that. Eh? George has just had his breakfast. Oh, have you? And what did you have for breakfast today, George? Did you have a fry-up? Is Lily with you? If she is, say hello to her for me. Lily, little Lily Fallon, we love her. Lily is our leader. Morning, Lily. Ever seen a bad birthday cake? Now, I've seen a birthday cake made by a child, which doesn't look like a birthday card that's been made professionally. But in my mind, birthday cake, that's better. But in my mind, that's better. To see something that a child has created, whether it's a birthday cake, some sort of gift, a card. Nothing better than receiving something. There you go, Chris, I've got you that. When we was in the garden centre, I was recording, a couple of weeks ago, I was recording the Christmas closing film and the Christmas opening film. Was it the opening or closing one? The closing one, the Christmas closing film, which I've recorded now. I haven't put it together yet or selected some music to go with it. While I was in there, Harry just randomly bought me something with his 10 quid. He bought me a little train for the caravan. Anyway, this lady's upset. A woman who organised a professional cake to be made for her brother's 30th... Wait till you see this cake. Aha! Just a moment, we cut into the show here to inform you that Maureen has claimed the prize. Correct? Maureen 745. And turning the ticket around, 745 is for Maureen. There you go, Maureen. She's won the prize. I believe that's the first time you've won the raffle, isn't it, Maureen? 745. She has won a fridge magnet. Ba 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 da ba. Do 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 do. Or as George Bond does in his opening video, ba 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 ba. Oh, you do make me laugh, George. Well done, Maureen. Thank you. I've got your address as well. She's texted in there. That will be on its way to you this morning, shortly after the show. Congratulations, Maureen. Round of applause for Maureen, please. She's won the raffle today. Oh, hang on. I haven't put these in here, have I? And, of course, all these other tickets now go... Oh, hang on a minute. Let me move that out of there. All these other tickets go in here for the Super Chat Super Draw, which is at the end of the month on Halloween. Halloween. Which is on Saturday the 31st of this month. Okay? A woman who organised for a professional cake to be made for her brother's 30th birthday party was left distraught when she received it. This lady got in touch with a cake maker after seeing a fishing-themed cake that she knew her fishing brother Grahame would love. She contacted the lady on Facebook, an account that's now been deleted, to recreate the picture from cakeatstreet.com, reports Berkshire Live. But when it arrived, she was distraught. Not only did it look nothing like what she asked for, it was covered in dog hairs. Right, so here is the cake that she saw. And this is what she wanted. He's a fit bloke. Do you want to see a picture of a fit bloke, girls? It's just popped up on my newspaper thing. There you go. So that's the cake she wanted made. Okay. I don't know how is that efficient. Oh, I see. There's a little rod there. Oh, yeah, I get it now. So, and that's how this is how it is along the river with them in Chapel Hill. Right, they've got you kind of go down the riverbank and there's a lot of little wooden platforms there. And blokes go there and they either stand there or they've got like little chairs and they sit there for hours trying to catch a fish. Very peaceful. Oh, well, that's the cake she wanted. My daughter was distraught when she opened the box. It was nothing like the picture. She'd paid half the money for the cake to this woman, and what came back looked like it was made by a child. Honestly, it was just laughably bad. The name Grahame didn't even have a capital letter. It was that bad. I was very cross, she said. And now I'm going to show you the picture of the cake. It's shocking. It's absolutely... Look at that's what she got for the post. That it's absolutely shocking, isn't it? And there were dog hairs on it and all. Oh, no. I tried to contact the lady I paid and she blocked me straight away and deleted the page. That is shocking. You paying all that money and receiving something like that? Oh, God. Right, we got one more story for you and then we'll do today's raffle tickets and it's Christmas toys. Tesco has unveiled its Christmas toys. Kids will go crackers for nurse-themed gifts this Christmas, it says, after the NHS staff inspired them with their heroic work in the pandemic, according to experts at Tesco's. All right. Tesco has selected its top toys for 2020 Christmas and a role-playing doll to a radio-controlled laser battle vehicles, while evergreen classics make a resurgence. And here are the toys. Candy Kids Shiver and Shake Rainbow Katie. So, here's a picture of that. Maybe probably girl's toy, this one. Can you see that all right? Can you see, like, there's the little... That's the little girl being checked out by the nurse. There's your nurse there. And she's got, can you see she's got a stethoscope on, the little girl there? You can just about see the pink sort of V thing around her neck there. So that's one thing there. How much is that? It says, I talk, I burp, and I toot. 40 quid for that. 40 quid for that! 40 quid for that! Blimey, we got the Lego Super Mario Starter Course. Super Mario. Who remembers that? Eh? Super Mario thing there. You can buy Lego. Put all that together yourself. Starter course. What's that say? Players build a Super Mario course and will then earn virtual coins as they move them around. Present pets. My God. 55 quid. 55 quid for this. Blimey. That's 55 quid, that is. Now, what's that then? Let's have a look. Puppies with more than 100 sounds that pour their way out of their own gift box. 50 quid. It goes up. LOL. Surprise. Clubhouse. LOL. Now, I know my great niece Evie likes LOLs. That's an LOL surprise club playhouse set. £55. Folds out, pops up and transforms into a fully furnished clubhouse with 2 dolls. There it is. Don't look all that good to me, does it you? They got Rainbow's Sweet Shake Surprise, £35. That's just a load of sweets. Interactive game with 6 characters that speak and sing. Comes with sweets as well by the look of it. That's what the picture says. Dinosaurs are popular still. Rolling Rory. Vehicle toys are coming back in a big way. You know, like tractors. Remember Tonka toys, of course? You have a Tonka toy? All metal. Proper made stuff that was, weren't it? Tonka toys. Laser Battle Hunters at 60 quid. And something called Pictionary Air. What is that? Players download an app to project the illustrator and their sketch onto their smartphone screens. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, look at this. Picture. So you draw pictures. I don't know how that works. And how much is that? One's only 20 quid, that one. But look, was that 20 quid? That's only 20 quid, that one. There you go. There we are. Look. 20 quid for that. You draw it, and it's supposed to come up on people's computers and iPhone screens and mobile phone screens. It's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Okay. Parkness, when they played doctors and nurses, I was always the ambulance driver. Unlucky, mate. Unlucky. Harry Potter Lego is 70 quid. Isn't it dear, Denise? Buying some of these toys and that. And you have to try and convince the children to wait until after Christmas, I think, when they all come down in a scale, or that Amazon special. Well, we just had the Amazon offer. What have we just had? Oh, that was Prime. No, there's the Black Friday thing as well, isn't there? Is it Black Friday, Black Monday? Something like that? That comes around soon, doesn't it? The new thing. Although, do your homework, you know, because you may well find that some of this stuff is cheaper now than then. Okay, so do your homework there. All right, let's do today's raffle, gang. It's raffle time. And then we got loads of birthdays. I forgot to do the birthdays last night. Silly old sod I am. Okay. All righty ho. Let's do today's raffle tickets. Here we go. Jeff Burley, 815. Maureen, 816. Good luck with your tile search there, Maureen, 816. Oh, where's that gone now? There we go. Fran Green, 817. Michael Pullman, 818. Colin K, 819. Tony King, 820. Giant Jeb, 821. Is it going to be called Black Friday? Oh, good point, Denise. I'm surprised they're not all up in arms about that one. It's just a colour. It's not referring to anyone at all, is it? Someone will moan about that, I'm sure. Daniel Holmes, 822. Jason Hughes, 823. Michael Lawrence, 824. Michael Lawrence. Denise Andrews, 825. John Aitken, 826. Paul and Lou, 827. Ross Herndine, 828. Just scrolling up there. There's Ross Herndine. Shania, 829. George Bond, 830. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Please speak now. Anyone else want a raffle ticket? Please speak now, boys and girls. Meanwhile, we've got quite a lot of birthdays to do today. First of all, I'll do today's birthday. So it's Monday, the 19th of October 2020. Ben Kuma, good morning, Ben. 38 years old today. Neil Kirsch today is 72. Brenda Sumler today, 66 years old. Happy birthday, Brenda. Tracy Within. One of my sister's friends, 60 today, Tracy. Happy birthday. Grahame Danby. Good morning, Grahame. Happy birthday to you. Shelia Thornton is the most delightful lady. She hosts karaoke nights. She's 67 today. Happy birthday to you, Sheila. All right. Johnny Farzan is 57 years today. So that's today's birthdays. We missed out yesterday's birthdays, unfortunately, boys and girls, which I forgot. So here are yesterday's birthdays. And they were... Ants Galloway, Central Station regular, 58 years old on Sunday. Happy birthday for yesterday, Ants. Cordy Harwin, morning Cordy. Happy birthday to you for Sunday. Daniel Green's birthday on Sunday. Christofer Holland with an F. Morning, Christofer. Happy birthday for yesterday. Lovely Brandon Carpenter. He's a lovely chap, he is. Really nice person. I've known him for a few years. Met him through karaoke. 26 years old today. Happy birthday, Brandon. Say hello to your other half for me as well, my love. Geraldine Holder, one of our world famous Manilow ladies, is 72 years old yesterday, or was rather. Morning, Geraldine. I hope it's not too long before we see the great man again. Just wait and wait and wait, don't we? It's been years. 2 years, 3 years. Natasha Tavel was 30 yesterday. Rebecca Pickles, it was her birthday yesterday. Paul Phillip yesterday. Twain Smith, morning Twain. Long time no see now, long time. Happy birthday, Twain. And finally, David Howe yesterday was 38 years old. To each and every one of you, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All done there, my darlings? All tickets done? No one's forgotten? Excellent. There we go, gang. All right, we're about to do our daily game of bingo now, boys and girls. If you leave us at this point, thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed the show today. Thanks very much for all your likes that you've taken the time and trouble to put up there, and also for a little tip as well this morning. So thank you very much for all of those. I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 8:45 on this channel, all things being well. All right, my loves. All righty, time for our daily game of bingo. Everyone's got a bingo ticket, I hope. Let's bring up the bingo board. There it is, waiting for our daily game of bingo. Someone excitedly out there is about to win another raffle ticket. God. I suppose, really, you know, when I finish doing the show in the morning, a lot of you go into deep depression. Would I be right by that? Would I be right about that? What about you, Fran? Do you go into deep depression when I finish the show, my love? What can you do, love? You know, I can't be here 24 hours a day. I mean, I want to be, believe me. I want to sit here talking BS 24 hours a day, I really do. Thank you. Did I see Colin Kay there? How are all these people asking for a ticket now? Are you disappearing, doing other stuff or something? Peter Wright, 831. Christopher Williams, 832. Bye, John. Love you. Is that it? Christofer and Peter. They're the only ones I can see there. Was there another one? I think that might be it. That's all I can see there. Okay. All right, that's all the tickets, isn't it? Are we done now? Oh, Gary Ross. Gary Ross. Ticket for Gary Ross. 833. I don't think they're paying attention. Yeah. Yes. Right, okay. Let's play the game. Are you ready, boys and girls? Eyes down. Playing game Monday the 19th of October 2020. Here comes your first number. All the fours, 44. 4 and 9, 49. 3 and 1, 31. All on its own, number 9. 3 and 8, 38. Two fat, morbidly obese Gemma Collinses with no talent whatsoever, number 88. 5 and 3, 53. All on its own, it's one click, number 6. 5 and 9, 59. The Brighton line. Woo, woo. 2 and 7, 27. 6 and 2, 62. All on its own, number 4. 8 and 4, 84. One little duck, number 2. Quack. 2-0, blind 20. 2 and 3, 23. 3 and 4, 34. 7 and 5, 75. 6 and 1, 61. 2 and 8, 28. 3 and 6, 36. 3 and 2, 32. All the sixes, 66. Clickety click, gang. 7-0, blind 70. 1 and 4, 14. All on its own, number 5. Ba-ba. Oh, one untalented Gemma Collins, number 8. Blah, blah. 6 and 9, 69. 7 and 9, 79. 8 and 1, 81. 2 and 6, 26. 1 and 8, 18. 3 and 7, 37. All on its own, little number 1. Oh, my plant's fallen down, dear. Look at that. Oh, I think I'm going to have to put this back over there. Just a moment, my darlings. It's leaning over a little bit too far for it to be there. Back in a moment. Carry on talking. Oh, what's happened here? Oh. 1 minute. There we are. That's better. Is that going to stay up there? No, it's not. Oh, Christ almighty, dear. Hang on a minute. I know what I'll do. Put it behind there. I'll hold it up. Plant. Collapse of the plants, dear. The set's collapsing around me. Oh, dear. Where are we now? Gary, you can't keep attacking someone like that on here. That's not very fair. Too much attacking going on there, my love. Just take a 5-minute little tea bag and simmer down a little bit, please. 3 and 5, 35. 4 and 1, 41. 1 and 3, unlucky for some, 13. 3 and 9, 39. 4 and 8, 48. 2 and 1, 21. 1 and 9, 19. All the ones, legs 11. 7 and 2, 72. 4 and 2, 42. 5 and 1, 51. I can hear pigeons outside. Gary, is that you? Can you hear those or not? Hang on, let me turn this up. Can you hear that? Pigeons are outside. 5 and 1, 51. 5 and 8, 58. 5 and 6, 56. 5 and 4, 54. 8-0, blind 80. 6 and 5, 65. 1 and 5, 15. 7 and 8, 78. 4 and 7, 47. 6 and 3, 63. 8 and 2, 82. 1 and 7, 17. 8 and 5, 85. 6 and 4, 64. 8 and 9, 89. 4-0, blind 40. 8 and 6, 86. 7 and 6, 76. 2 little ducks, 22. Quack, quack. Oh, I got letters today. I just heard letters. I've got letters today. Shall I go and see what they are? Shall I? I wonder what letters I've got. I just heard them drop through the letter one. Don't you like getting letters? I love it. I don't get many letters. Not really. Don't get many letters anymore, do you? All on its own, number 3. 4 and 6, 46. 6 and 7, 67. 8 and 7, 87. 6-0, blind 60. 7 and 4, 74. I'm sorry, I've just decided something. 7 and 4, 74. I went in a daydream then. Did you see that? I went into a daydream. 1 and 2, 12. All on its own, number 7. Oh, Goth's just got a parcel. She's happy. I just heard something drop through my letterbox. I'm very excited now. All the 3s, 33. 4 and 5, 45. 1 and 6, sweet 16. 3-0, blind 30. 5 and 7, 57. Why would Fran ever get a tea break? I don't think Fran would ever get a tea break unless someone bought one for her. 4 and 3, 43. 2 and 9, 29. And 6 and 8, 68. We've got a winner on 68. Let's bring up the clock. There you go. 6 and 8, 68. Shimmy music. This one will be here. Let me get your ticket ready. She's got her goth-studded bra tops. I bet they look good, my love. Fantastic. I can't show a picture of them on here because all the pervs will be watching. But if you want to send them to me privately, you know I won't be perving over. I'll tell you what I think of them if you want. Wonderful. I like all different clothes and people with, like, do stuff clothes-wise. I like a character. You're a character, you are, my love. There you go. Michael's got the bingo. Well done, bingo. Michael's got the bingo there. Let's read the scores out there, the bingo numbers. 2, 3, 15, 17, 20, 33, 38, 48, 57, 59, 60, last number 68, 74, 80, and 84. Well done, darling. Okay, so let me give you, Michael Pullman, an extra bingo ticket for today, an extra raffle ticket, rather. Michael Pullman. And it's ticket number 834, just under Gary Ross, okay? 834. There you go, my love. All right, Michael Pullman. So they'll all be going in the... put that one for tomorrow. In that... oh, that's the wrong book there. They'll all be going in the little tin shortly, boys and girls. Good. Are we all finished there? Is that it today? I think it's time to go, boys and girls. Thank you very much for joining us on the show today. Now I get to go downstairs and discover what thing has dropped through my letterbox. Hope it's not the pizza bloke with another leaflet. They keep sending them through, don't they? Leaflets from pizzas. Have a nice day. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8:45. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio.